Wait lang, nag-uulite ako. So, unti-unti lang dumarating yung mga classmates mo. At may iba na rin na bumibitaw. Di ba tayo nagsisimula? Kasi na yung iba. Hintayin lang natin si Ma'am dumating. May dumating. Wait lang. Tingnan si Ma'am. Wala na bibitaw. Hey, good afternoon, grade 10. Please say good afternoon to our observer, Mrs. Rosario Tandok, Master 3 teacher of Santa Lucia High School Math Department. Say good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you for greeting our observer. Good afternoon, grade 10. So today we'll be having our lesson about module number 13, which is entitled Simple Probability. So for this module, of course, your goal and our expectation is for you to define probability and, of course, find probability of simple events. So for your pretest, I want you to first go to the link, which is joinmyquiz.com. And then I want you to enter the code given here, 317582. And then you type your name and then you click start. Okay? Or you can also go directly to the site. I'll give the link on your chat box. And then let us proceed to our pretest. So let me share my screen again. Yeah. Use your extra phone or your tablet in joining. Kung wala naman, you can also use your cellphone na nandito sa Zoom. So I'll be waiting here in the link in quizzes for your yan. So ay pumapasok na ng mga student. We have Carta and Piloton. How about the others? Pwede kayo mag-join dito kahit naka-join kayo sa Zoom. Hindi mawawala yung klase nyo sa Zoom. So we have 5 students present. Okay. So now 8 students. So pag naabot na natin yung numbers desired, they are now 27, I guess. Meron lang kaka-join na isa pa. Nakikita niyo ba yung screen ko? Nakikita niyo yung mga pangalan niyo? Yan. A waiting game, no? You're na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So give chance to others para makapag-join. Ayan. So kung hindi makapag-join, magsabi na lang sa GC para mabasa ko. Ayan. Siguro last 1 minute para makapag-join. So pag nag-1:07 na, we will start. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi kaya talaga mag-join ng iba. As of now, we have 22 participants. Three. Okay, waiting for others to join. And it's now 1:07 p.m. So let us start. So siguro yung iba hindi talaga makapag-join because of their internet. Ayan, you are now 24. So let's start our quiz or your pretest. So you may now answer your quiz or your pretest. I mean your pretest. So makikita naman sa leaderboard natin na may mga nakakapagsagot ng tama at meron ding mali. It's okay because it's your pretest. And may mas mabilis makapagsagot, ano? Yan. So nangunguna with 3 correct answers. I'm correct in interpreting this. We have Marie Rosal with 4 correct answers. Nag-aral talaga si Marie. Nag-review siya, nagbasa ng module. And for the second place, we have Torio. Third, Orosio. No, we have Kayla. And for the fourth, we have Orosio. Fifth, Sarah. And still waiting for the others. It is really okay for you to have or to give wrong answers because you still don't know the lesson unless you have read your modules. And I'm still waiting for the others to finish and then I will end this pretest. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, And so let's wait for them to finish. Okay. Are you done? Okay. So you already had 3 minutes for the speed test. I think there are only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are not yet finished. So iba sagot lang. Hinihintay ko lang to si Torio. Are you done, Torio?
Done na po, ma'am.
Done na po. So let us now end this quiz. Okay? Mayroon pa tayong nagsasagot. If yes, magsalita kayo. And so as you can see, we have here 38% accuracy. Done na si Torio, pero dito meron pa, no? So let us end here and yeah. Let's look at first the questions now before we end. So for number 1 question, what is the percentage of rain today, April 30, 2021 in Pasig City? So 8 got the correct answer and 17 got incorrect answers. So the answer here is 12%. If you are aware of the weather every day, so as you can see, according to the weather.com, the percentage rain today is 12%. It is really, kung makikita nyo, obvious naman because it's summer, di ba? So, konti lang yung chance na uulan. And number 2, a box contains 7 red balls, 5 blue balls, and 8 yellow balls. What is the percentage of getting a blue? So dito, ang nakakuha ng sagot ay 8. And I want to call the attention of those 8. Bakit po naging tama yung answer niyo? Ano po yung sagot ninyo dito sa question number 2? Sige, you may turn on your 25%. And how did you get 25%?
Yung balls po kasi 20.
20, okay. And then we are asking for the percentage of you getting a blue ball. So that's 5 out of 20, which is 25%. Okay, so yung chance na ang makukuha mo ay blue ball is 25%. Now, how about for number 3, which of the following is not exactly equal to 75%? So 11 got the correct answer. Kaya nga may word dyan na exactly kasi we're looking for the exact or the equivalent of 75%, and that is 0.75, 3/4, and 51/68. And 0.8 is not exactly equal to 75%. How about for number 4? How did you get your answer? So in number 4, a committee of 2 is to be chosen from 4 students consisting of 2 boys and 2 girls. What is the probability that a committee of 2 boys will be chosen? So as you can see, question number 4, what kind of question is this? We already encountered this in our modules last week and last week, if I'm not mistaken. So ano bang question na to? It is about po? May narinig akong answer.
Permutation.
Is it permutation? Does arrangement important in the given situation? Importante ba yung arrangement?
Combination.
Yes, it is combination. Opo. So combination po ito, hindi po ito permutation. But we are asking for the probability. So how can you use combination here? Of course, as you can see sa mga recent questions natin, we talked about the chance. So meaning it is presented in percentage or in fraction. It can be in fraction also. So dito, you can also use fraction to represent the probability no, of choosing or selecting two boys to form a committee. So paano mangyayari yun? Siyempre, you have to first identify yung condition. Dapat daw two boys ang meron. So we have two boys here and you will choose two of them. So that's combination of two taken two at a time over, of course, yung lahat na, the total number of combinations we have. And that is combination of 4 taken 2. Later, I'll give you more examples of this para mas maintindihan nyo. But the answer here is combination of 2 taken 2. What is combination of 2 taken 2? Can you please answer my question? What is combination of 2 taken 2? You have your calculator, right? What is combination of 2 taken 2? Anyone who has a calculator? Or if you want to use a formula, you can also use it. What is combination of 2 taken 2?
1 of 6.
1, right? And then combination of 4 taken 2 is 6. So your classmate's answer is 1 over 6. So the correct answer here is 1 over 6. How about for the fifth question? So we have here x plus 1 red balls, 2x plus 5 blue balls, and x white balls. If the probability of the selected red ball is 2 over 9, what is the value of x? How did you get the answer? 13 got the correct answer. How did you get your answer? For those 13 who got the correct answer, how did you get your answer here? Sige, siguro hindi nila ma-explain, no? How did they get the correct answer? But here, what we did is we simply equate 2 over 9 to the solution for the blue balls, which is, right? Am I right? Red ball. So dun sa solution for the red ball. And yung numerator natin doon, since we are talking about probability and chances expressed in a fraction or in a percentage. So fraction ang ginamit natin dito. The numerator is x plus 1 because again, we are talking about the red ball. And then the denominator is the sum of the balls, which is x plus 1, 2x plus 5, and x. So you get the sum of that. And then you perform the indicated operation and we get the value of x. Okay? So the value of x here is, what is the value of x here?
3.
3. Okay. So let us now end this. So ayan, and we got Marie Rosales the first, Gagi Kyla second. Sino nga yung third? Yan, nawala na yung sa third. Pero yung sa third natin is si Janine. Congratulations for winning and for correctly answering the question. So, ibig sabihin, nagbasa talaga kayo ng inyong mga modules. So let us now proceed to our module. Yeah. So for our recap, let us have first question number 1 and 2. For question number 1, we are going to get the union of the intersection of A and C and the intersection of B and C. Then for number 2, we are going to get the intersection of the union of A and C and union of B and C. So what you need to remember here is that this symbol is used for intersection of events, and whenever we write the elements of the intersection of the two events, we look for the common elements, okay? And this symbol is also, another symbol here is used for the union of events. And in the union of events, you are including all the elements in both events. So let us answer first yung number 1. So ano ba yung union of these two events? Siyempre, you have to first identify the two events. Ano ba yung dalawang events na yon? What is the intersection of A and C? What do you think is the intersection of A and C? But when we say intersection, it's the common
H2
elements.
po.
H2.
H2.
H4, H6.
Correct. So H2, H4, H6. So how about for the intersection of B and C?
T2, T4, T6.
T46.
Correct. So what now is their union?
H2, H4, H6,
T2, T4,
T4,
T6.
Okay, so thank you sa mga sumasagot. Dalawa-dalawa pa talaga kayo, no? So H2, H4, H6, T2, T4, and T6. Correct. How about for number 2? Siyempre, we're going to look for the intersection of these two events. So what is the union of A and C? Isa-isa lang muna, no? I want you to raise your hand para makita ko yung name nyo dito. Yan. Dalawa kayo. Rosal,
Otis.
yung nauna ko nakita, ang name niya. Wait lang. Let us have, sino yung isa? Si Cruz. Galit. Para iba naman. What is the union of this? Two events. A and C.
H1,
Then,
H3,
H3,
and T2,
T2,
T4,
T4.
ayun po.
Okay, so I think Galit needs your help to find the correct answer, ano? Anyone who wants to help Galit, let us have Peralta. Peralta muna.
H1 po, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 tapos T2, T4, T6.
Okay. Again, remember that when you have union of two events, all you have to do is to include all the elements in both events. So we have to include all the elements in A and all the elements in C. So that is H1, H2, H3, up to H6, and then we got T2, T4, and T6. So we have here, yeah. How about for the union of B and C? Agila.
Ano po? T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. Tapos H2, H4, H6.
Yeah. So your answer is correct. Now, how about their intersection? How about their intersection? What would be their intersection? What are the elements in the intersection? Yes? Wala pa ako nakikita nag-erase na. Ay, meron na pala. Di pala sila nag-lower ng hand. So, ipaki-lower muna. Una ulit. 1, 2, 3, go. Bautista.
Ano po? H2, H4, H6, tas T2, T4, T6.
Okay, H2, H4, H6, and we have T2, T4, T6. So let us recall the correct answers. Now we have H2, H4, H6, T2, T4, T6, same as the in number 2. Okay, so you already recall the union and intersection of events. Now let us proceed now to the lesson, but first, I want you to look at this picture and answer the question. Are you familiar with this board game? If you are familiar, say yes. If not, say no sa chat box. And the count of 3, 1, 2. Familiar ba kayo dito sa board game na to? If yes, say yes in our chat box. If no, say no. Yan. So most of you are not familiar with this game board. Ako din, nung una ko itong nakita, I am not also familiar with this. So I searched it in the YouTube, kung anong ginagawa dito, how they play this, and they call this game, this board game as backgammon. So, ano ba yung backgammon? So, tingnan natin ano yung backgammon. Backgammon is one of the oldest board games known, and it is played by two players. Each players have 15 checkers, which they can move these checkers between the 24 triangles, as you can see in the picture. So, one of the rules here in this game is that if you roll the doubles in this game, you get the chance to roll again. So it is an advantage kasi mas mauunahan mo yung kalaban mo to reach the objective, reach your goal. Now, when we say doubles, ibig sabihin ay, for example, yung unang die mo ay nakakuha ng 3, the other one should also be 3. So yun yung rule dito. If you got the doubles, you have the chance to roll again. Okay? So dito ang gagawin natin is we will look for the chance na makakapag-roll tayo ng doubles when playing this game. So as you can see, I have here a table that consists all the possible outcomes when you roll 2 dice. Okay? So ito yung isang die, ito yung sa isang die, ito yung sa other one. Remember that our die is a 6-sided die. So now I want you to count all the possible outcomes that is listed in our table. So ilan po kaya lahat ng possible outcomes na meron tayo in the table?
36.
Okay, there are 36 possible outcomes. So ngayon, gaano naman karami yung doubles na meron tayo?
6.
Oh, so we have 6. May narinig ako 8, pero the correct answer is 6. So there are 6 doubles in this given table. Okay, so ibig sabihin when you roll 2 dice, there are 6. Okay, 6 doubles na pwede mo makuha. And these are the 6 doubles that we have. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Now, we can say that there are 6 doubles out of 36 possible outcomes. So if the die are fair, each outcome is equally likely to occur. Now, let us talk about the chance that the double number will appear when the dice are rolled. So ano daw yung chance? Diba kanina sabi nga natin, it is 6 out of 36, and you can also write that in fraction. That is 6 over 36, or simply 1 over 6. So ano ba yung 1 over 6 na yan? Yung binabanggit natin na yan. That is the ratio of the favorable outcome over the possible outcome. When we say favorable outcome, remember that we are aiming to get a double, so that is there are 6 outcomes that is favorable to our goal, which is getting doubles. And then possible outcomes consist in our sample space. Ito ang tinatawag natin dito ay sample space. This is the least of all the possible outcomes. So that is 6 over 36. Ano ba yung tawag natin sa 6 over 36 na yan and 1 over 6? And why do we call that? Or ano yung other term that we use to call that? So we call that the probability. When we say probability, it is the ratio of favorable over the possible outcomes. So it is usually the process of getting the probability of an event. So dito yung kanina, yung event natin is getting the double, and our answer is 1 over 6. So ano ba yung kailangan nyo pang malaman when it comes to probability? So when we say probability of an event, we usually use P as the representation for the probability and E for the event. Sometimes we can also use there A if we are letting A be this event, B this event, and so on. Later, makikita kayong mga sample niyo. It is given by P of E, or the probability of an event, is equal to the number of favorable over the number of possible outcomes. And in symbol, we use P of E is equal to the number of elements in the favorable. Yun yung ibig sabihin yan. And the number of elements over the number of elements in the sample space. Kaya we have there S. So remember, the sample space are a list of all possible outcomes. So dito, ano daw yung probability that we will get a double number using that concept that you've learned earlier. So if we are going to look for the probability of getting doubles, we have probability of getting doubles equals 6 over 36 or is equal to 1 over 6 when you are rolling 2 dice. Okay? Next, how about for getting, syempre you already know the probability, ano? How about if we are going to roll the 2 dice and then our goal is to get 2 numbers with a sum of 13 when the dice are rolled? What is the probability that we will get the sum of 13? Hindi nga. Kanina sabi natin, in getting the doubles, we have 6 over 36 chance or 1 over, ayan na nakita na, 1 over 6. Now I'm asking, what is the chance of getting 2 numbers whose sum is 13? So nakita nyo na yung answer, no? The answer here is 0. Bakit 0? Sige
Kasi
nga.
po 12 lang yung ano eh. Sa bawat die po may 6. 6 lang po.
Ibig sabihin siguro ni Bautista, explain ko ha, yung ibig sabihin ni Bautista. Ang ibig sabihin siguro ni Bautista, the largest sum that we can get here is 12. Kasi remember, yung die natin is a 6-sided die, meaning 1 to 6. Both of the die is 1 to 6. So, ibig sabihin, ang pinakamataas lang na sum na pwede natin makuha of 2 numbers in rolling 2 dice is 12. So, it is impossible that we get 2 numbers with a sum of 13. That's why its probability is 0. So, what can we say about that? Ibig sabihin, if an event is impossible to happen, your probability is 0. What if the event is surely will happen, certainly will happen? Ano kaya yung representation natin for that? So recall that the probability that an event will happen is between 0 and 1 inclusive. What does that mean? When we say 0, that means the event is impossible. And when we say 1, the event is or will certainly happen, will surely happen. Okay? And kaya nga may word dyan na inclusive because there are values between 0 and 1. It can be 1/2, 1/4, it can be 79%, 32%, and those are representations of probability of certain events that is between 0 and 1. What you need to remember is that when you encounter a probability that is closer to 1, the more likely it is to happen. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin ng mga nakikita natin kaninang percentage and fractions. Those are chances, those are probabilities that the event will happen. Okay? Now, let us have examples for you to understand it more. So number 1, a blue and a green dice are rolled. Find the probability of the following events. So what are those events? That is event A. The green die shows 6. Event B, the sum of 2 numbers is 8. Event C, the sum of 2 numbers is less than 6. So I have here the table that shows all the possible outcomes. And I want you to give me the elements for event A. Ano po yung elements natin for event A? Dito mas malinaw na, no? We have here the color. Yes?
1, 6, 2,
1,
6,
6, 2, 6,
36, 46, 56, 66.
Okay, so those are the elements of the event A. How about for event B? Ano ba kaya yung mga elements niyan? Whose sum of the two numbers is 8? The sum of two numbers is 8. Arta.
2635445362.
2, 6. Ulit.
2635445362.
Okay, correct. So those are the elements of event B. How about for event C? Ayan, may mga nag-raise. Kaso, Torio. Artana, wait lang. Artana muna. Artana.
112131411222321323 and 14.
Okay, so as you can see, ito yun, no? 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. Ito yung binabanggit niya. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2, 3. And 1, 4. Those are the elements whose sum is less than 6. So tingnan natin kung ano, para mas malinaw, no? Let us have first yung say. Ayan. So yan yung elements na binanggit kanina ng classmate nyo. And if we are going to solve for the probability, ano po kaya yung probability nito? Again, favorable over the possible. All the possible. Ano po yung magiging probability nito, event na to?
Ano po, 6 over...
O, hindi po naririnig.
6 over 36.
6
Or
over
1
36
over
or 1
1
over
over
6. Okay, so remember that when you encounter problems involving probability, you have to always simplify your fractions. So, ano yung magiging answer natin dito? That is 6 over 36, which is equal to 1 over 6. Next, how about for letter B? Ito yung binanggit yung kaninang mga answers. That's 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6. So ano po yung probability nito?
5 over 36.
Yan, 5 over 36. Correct. How about for letter C? The sum of the two numbers is less than 6.
10 over 36.
10 over 36 or simply
5 over 18.
yes, that's correct. 5 over 18. Don't forget to simplify your fractions. Okay, let us have example number 2. So ito yung kanina na sabi nyo ay combination. Okay, a committee of 2 is to be chosen at random from a group of 5 students consisting of 3 boys and 2 girls. What is the probability that a committee of 2 boys will be chosen and a committee consisting of 1 boy and 1 girl will be chosen? So, tingnan muna natin ano yung solution, no? The solution here is you can write the sample space. You can do that. Since there are only 3 boys and 2 girls, madali lang isulat yung sample space or all the possible number or outcomes that we have. Okay? Then, pag binilang natin yan, what are the cardinality of all the possible outcomes? We have 10. So, paano kapag 2 boys? Ano-ano ba yung mga arrangements na merong 2 boys? Okay, so that's B1, B2, B1, B3, B2, B3. Okay, so we can say that the answer here, the probability of selecting 2 boys to form the committee is 3 over 10. And how about if the committee consists of 1 boy and 1 girl? So mali lang yung ano niya, no? Typo lang yan. That's 6. Ito po, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 outcomes that has 1 boy and 1 girl. Therefore, if you're going to look for its probability, that is 6 over 10 or simply 3 over 5. Pwede to na you list down the outcomes and then you get the probability. Or you can also use the the combination notation that I am referring to kanina. Wait lang. Ayan. So, for letter A, sa letter A, we have, di ba, 2 boys will be chosen. Ilan ba yung boys natin? 2. Okay, so that's combination of 2 taken to. Ang pangit na sulat ko, no? Dahil yata sa laptop, kasi malulubat na. Ulitin ko lang. So that's combination of 2 taken 2. And then the other one, and in the denominator, remember that it is the possible, all the possible outcomes. So yung possible outcomes natin dyan is considering that there are 5 persons here. Wala, ayaw na gumana ng ano ko. There are 5 persons here and you will only choose 2. Okay, so that's 5 taken 2, which is also equal to, ano yung value ng combination of 2 taken 2. Oh, wait lang. This is boys, right? So it's not combination of 2 taken 2, it's combination of 3 taken 2. What is the combination of 3 taken 2?
6.
6. Is it 6?
5.
Oh.
3 po.
Hula kayo You have your calculator. You also know the formula for combination. Pwede nyo gamin yun, ha? Kayo bang hula? How about the combination of 5 taken 2? Okay, tama yung kanina. That's 3, no? This is 10. So we have 3 over 10. So we get the same answer. Anong kanina? How about for letter B? Ano ba yan? Letter B. Yan, naglolo ko kasi yung pad paglobat yung lap. How about for letter B? We have consisting of 1 boy and 1 girl. So, syempre, we have to consider first the number of boys. We have 3 boys. Combination of 3 taken 1. Kasi isa lang po sa boys ang kukunin natin. And for girls naman, we have combination of 2 taken 1. And we will multiply them because they will happen at the same time. Okay, choosing 1 boy and 1 girl. Then the denominator, of course, that is the total number of possible outcomes. Ayan. Oh, ayaw nyo talaga akong pasulatin. Ito nga. Ayan. Ayan. O, diba? Ayaw niya. So that's combination of 5 taken 2. So what will be 3? The combination of 3 taken 1?
3.
3, correct. How about combination of 2 taken 1? That's also 2 divided by, of course, 10. So we'll have here 6 over 10 or simply 3 over 5. So pareho tayo ng answer nung kanina. Intindihan po? So pwede kayong mag-list pero it will take time. Hindi tulad kapag ganito ginawa nyo, mas madali. It will be easier. Okay, mas madali. Mas maikli yung oras. Okay. Let's now proceed. Oh, ayaw na naman ito. Yan. Oh, ayaw. Ayaw na talaga niya. Yan. There are X red balls, 12 blue balls, and 2X plus 4 white balls in a box. 1 ball is selected at random from the box. If the probability that the selected ball is red is equal to 1 over 5, what is the value of X? The selected ball is then put back into the box and another ball is then selected. Find the probability that the selected ball will be A, blue, and B, not red. So doon muna tayo sa blue, no? So paano daw kapag blue? Ano ba yung ginagawa natin, no? Una, we get the favorable outcome and then we get the possible outcome. So para makuha natin yon, of course, we will first look for the value of X. Okay? Balik tayo dun sa kanina. Yan, dito muna tayo. Kunin muna natin yung variable X or the value of X. So to do that, we have to first consider what is given. as you can see in the problem, hindi ko na makita yung pad ko. Ayan. We are given here an information that the probability of getting or selecting a red is equal to 1 over 5. So we will use that. Okay? So, ano ba yung red natin? Red is X. And then blue is 12. And then our white is equal to 2x plus 4. Para makuha natin yung answer, we have to equate 1 over 5 saan? Dun sa probability na ang makakuha natin ay red. So how will we do that? Of course, sa numerator, yung favorable. Ilan ba yung red? The number of red is x. And sa denominator naman, we have all the possible outcomes. Meaning, i-add natin to lahat. So that's x plus 12 plus 2x plus 4. And then simplify, we have x divided by x plus 2x is 3x, 12 plus 4 is 16. Then we multiply both sides to the denominators, that is 3x plus 16 and 5, 3x plus 16 times 5. So dito, we can cancel out 3x plus 16. Then we'll multiply 5 to x. O, dito natin nilagay ha. Ay, dito tayo. So that's 5x equals, 5x. How about here? We have to cancel out 5. And then we have 3x plus 1, plus 8, 16 times 1. So that's 3x plus 16. Then we subtract both sides by 3x. So we get 5x minus 3x equals 16. So we have here 2x equals 16. Divide by 2, both sides. X now. X now is equal to 8. Okay, so that is how you look for the value of x. You use the idea or the information that was given. Tulad dito, ang sinabi niya, the probability of getting red is 1 over 5. So we get the expression that will show the probability of red. And we equate that to the given information and value, which is 1 over 5. Okay, since we know already what is the value of x, let us now proceed dun sa blue. Again, x is equal to 8. Now, what will be our red? Red balls is equal to 8. How about for the blue balls? That is 12. And for the white, 2 times, okay, so we have 20. So all in all, how many balls do we have? Kasi we have to get all the possible outcomes. Ilan po lahat ng balls natin? If x is equal to 8. Huh? 48. This is the value of x, ha? Hindi yan yung ano, ha? Hindi yan yung number of balls 40. That we have. 40. Again, ha? I am asking for the total number of balls if x is equal to 8. And that is 40. So, paano natin makuha yung blue? That's favorable, which is 12 over probability 40. Of getting blue is 12 over 40, which is also equal to
3 over 10.
3 over 10, correct. So the probability of getting a blue ball is 3 over 10. How about for getting not red? So paano mo na makukuha yung not red? Ilan ba yung red balls?
3.
Ilan yung red? We have 8. Di ko na ulit makita yung ad ko yan. Yung red is 8. And the total number of balls is 40. So yung probability of getting red
52.
Is 8 over 40. Right? So that's the probability of getting a red. How about if it is not red? Ano yung pwede natin gawin
32.
dito?
40 minus 8.
40 minus 8. Or simply, the probability of getting not read is equal to 1 minus 8 over 40. Or simply 40 over 40 minus 8 over 40, because that is equal to 1, which is equal to 30 over 40. You can do this, or simply para makuha nyo yung not read, alin ba dito yung hindi read, so you can also add blue and white, the probability of getting a blue and the probability of getting a white. Pwede rin yun. Or pwede rin yung ganito, mag-solve kayo ng, or then, wait lang. Di na cash, di na makita. So pwede kayong mag-solve ng not read using subtracting from 1. Or you can also do this, you add the probability of getting blue and the probability of getting white. So either of the two. Pwede. Okay, let's recall the solution. For getting the value of x, remember that the total number of marbles in the bag is x plus 12 plus 2x plus 4. And we simplify that. Then we equate the probability of getting a red ball to 1 over 5. Solving for x, we get 5x equals 3x plus 16. Then subtract both sides by negative, or subtract it by positive 3x. And then we get x is equal to 8. So that is the number of red balls. So alam na natin yung blue balls ay 12, ang red ay 8. How about the white balls? So the white balls is 20, meaning there are 8 balls, or 8 red balls, 12 blue balls, and 20 white balls. Then to solve for the blue ball, we have to do is to substitute the values. And kapag not red, so either blue or white, that's why you are adding, because it's either blue or white. You have the number of not red is 32. So not red is equal to 32 over 40, or simply 4 over 5. Okay, so hindi natin na-simplify yung kanina. That should be 4 over 5. So for our wrap up, what you need to remember is that the probability of an event is a ratio that compares the number of favorable outcomes to the number of possible outcomes. And it is represented by P, or if we use capital letter P for the probability of a certain event, which is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. And the probability of an event happen between, that the event will happen is between 0 and 1 inclusive. And 0 means it is impossible to happen, and 1 means it will certainly happen. The closer the probability to 1, the more likely it is to happen. Okay. So for your valuing, you have to reflect on this. I'll tell you later sa chat. Okay? So basahin ko lang muna, no, para malaman din ng iba. To grade your last test, I stood at the top of a staircase and threw your papers down the stairs. Your grade was determined by the location where your test paper landed. If your test paper landed on a stair towards the top, you receive a high grade. If your test paper landed closer to the bottom, you receive a low grade. Now, you have to answer the following questions. Number 1, how would you feel if you were a student in this class? Number 2, would you say that the method of grading is fair or unfair? And then why? Number 3, what is the good definition of the word fair? So I think you are now ready for our post-test. I would like you to open your extra phone and your tablet again. And I want you to go to the link joinmyquiz.com and then enter the given code 741972. And then you write your name and then you click start. This time, pwede po kayong mamili ng ng maikling name na lang para mabilis kayo makapag-join agad. So I'll send the link para makapasok kayo agad. Pwede nyo to i-click. Ilalagay ko lang siya sa chat box. Then let us see kung naintindihan nyo ba talaga yung lesson. Yan, ayaw lumabas ng chat box. Ayaw niya lumabas talaga. Ito nga. Ayaw niya lumabas. Habang ayaw lumabas ng chat box, so pwede na kayo mag-join. No? Wait lang, ayaw niya talagang lumabas. Send ko na lang sa GC. So I'll send it in the GC. Sana hindi mag-hang, no? Kasi mukhang nag-hang na yung laptop. Ayan. Tanggalin ko ulit yung charger. Baka dahil sa charger. Ay, nasa na ba ako? Ayan. Nagulo na. Sige, habang mag-join kayo, naka-open naman yan. Luna, ito na yung link. Sabog yung boses ko, echo, pasensya na. Siguro dahil sa charge. Po? Pwede na po pumasok.
Pulit kami sa link papasok po.
Po, pwede yun. Kaya,
sinend nyo pong link kanina.
hindi po, dito sa, sinend ko sa GC ninyo. Sa GC natin. Kasi ayaw na mag-open ng chat.
Sige po.
Nakikita nyo na ba yung yung screen ko? Hindi pa siguro. So, pwede na yung mas maikli para hindi nakakapagod yung paghihintay. Ayan, pero kung gusto nyo po, tulad nito mga to, pwede naman. Ayan. Pakidamihan pa. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Yung time, syempre, mas maikli, mas mahaba na kaysa kanina. Kasi yung mga questions kanina mas madali. Tulad ngayon. Sige, I'll give time dun sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-join. Again, 1 minute para makapag-join. Because it is already 1:57. At hanggang 2 p.m. lang po tayo. So we now have 23. How about the others? We still have 4 students, 4 or 3. Sinabawasan tayo ng isa. Yan. Yan. So tingnan natin if you really understand the lesson. Yan. Pwede na ako ba mag-start? So siguro yung iba hindi na naka-join. Ayan. Last one. Make it 28 kasi 30 tayo, dalawa kami ni ma'am, 28 kayo. Sino pa yung last one? Count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's start. Oh my gosh. Nakakita ko ng mga May pag-isipan nyo Oh my God. So parang wala nangyari na. Mababa pa rin. Sabihin niyo sa akin kung saan kayo nahirapan sa question o sa time. May 16% accuracy pa lang tayo. Yung kanina, ano ba yung kanina? Yung kanina, 34% accuracy. Oh my gosh. Parami ng parami yung pula. Pababa ng pababa yung percentage of accuracy. Makita. Parang kada isang dagdag sa tama, 3 sa mali. Kaya nyo yan. Ang dami sa 14 out of 29 are done. $18 over 29 done? How about the others? Nag-move pa ba to? Sagay, Torio. Ayan, nag-move pa. Parang napasama pa yung turo. Naging 22 lang. Kanina 34 tayo. Pero naiintindihan ko naman kasi yung kanina, madali yung 3 questions. Ngayon, lahat ng questions ay problem solving. Okay?
Yes po.
Yes po. So, am I waiting for anyone na hindi pa tapos? Itong si Kyla, tapos ka na ba? Si Torio, si Cruz, si Rafael, Peralta na, ay hindi pala, si Peralta, si Sagay, Hermoso, Reyes, Lairica. Tapos na po kayo? Kasi sa computer ko lang hindi. Tapos na po ba? So we have 20 out of 29, ano?
Baka computer nyo lang po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Wait ko lang yung paggalaw nung sa iba. Baka sa laptop ko lang. Ayaw ko natapusin, dumadagdag yung pula eh. Kaysa sa green. Nababawasan yung ano. May 23 tayo, no 23%. So, saan ba kayo nahirapan? Is it the problem on sa oras? Kasi kanina yung isang section sabi na sa oras daw masyadong mabilis. Kayo ba?
Saan to?
Saan?
Saan to?
Saan to? Kasi it is already 2:07. Wait lang. So, na-confused daw yung iba. So, na-confuse yung iba. Hintayin ko lang na matapos. So, meron na tayong 22 out of 29. Rafael, nandiyan ka ba?
Nag-disconnect po yung isa, ma'am.
Yung isa na-disconnect. Asan ba yung isa?
Pa. Yung Rafael pa.
Yung Roman? Ba't puro red?
Ma'am, nalito po ako.
Sige. Si Hermoso, mukhang wala rin. Kung hindi na nag-move, no, we have 23% accuracy and 22 over 29% is done. So let us look at the questions. So 3 coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting exactly at most 3 heads. Exactly, no? Tapos at most. Yeah, exactly at most 3 heads. How we do that? Diba, una, we will first list all the possible outcomes. Pag nilista mo yan, ano-ano yung mga possible outcomes when you toss 3 coins? Ano-ano ba yon? Let H be the head and let T be the tail. Ano-ano yung mga possible, no? So, sige, mag-annotate tayo dito. Pwede naman tayo mag-annotate. So, ano na yung mga possible na maging outcome natin dito? Yung 3 coins. Sige, you may turn on your mic if you want to answer. Mabilis na. Opo, we have H. Ano pa?
HTH.
HTH. HHT. 3 T. Ano pa? THT. Ano pa? TTH. May kulang pa ba ako? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kulang pa ako. Ano pa kulang ko? Ano pang kulang dito? Sige, tingnan. HHH, HTH, HHT, TTA. Tatlong T, PHT,
PHH.
PHH. Tapos, meron
THH.
HTT.
HH.
double T.
H double T, meron na tayo. Ito yon. So, yan na yung kulang. Bilangan nga kung 8 na sila lahat. Yan, pagawin natin yung color ng pen. Yan. So, these are the possible outcomes. So, ilan po dyan yung, sabi nga, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng at most 3 heads? What does that mean? When we say at most 3 heads, that means what? Ano po yung ibig sabihin pag at most 3 heads? Ilang heads pa pwede? 3? Pwede rin, ilan pa? When we say at most?
2.
Pwede rin 2. Or pwede rin ilan? Bukod sa 1, 2, ano pa? Pwede rin 1. So, pwedeng 2 head, 1, or kaya naman 3. 1, 2, or 3 heads. Yun ang ibig sabihin pag sinabing at most 3 heads. So, alin dito yung at most 3 heads? 1, 2, given 3, 2, or 1 yung head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, the probability of getting at most 3 heads is equal to 7 over 8. Okay? Kasi 8 yung ating sample space. Is there any question sa question number 1? May question ba doon sa question number 1 natin? Clear po ba?
Clear po.
Clear po. So let's proceed to number 2. So sa number 2 question, a box contains 8 blue marbles, 8 red marbles, and 4 white marbles. If a marble is picked at random, what is the probability that it is blue marble?
8 over 20. Tapos
8 over 20. And of course, sabi ko sa inyo, when you get the probability, always express it in the simplest form or yung lowest term. And that is, ano po? 2 over 5. So that's the probability of getting a blue ball equals 2 over 5. May question dito, for sure, that malinaw naman yan. Let us proceed to number 3. Para makaproceed, kailangan buburahin mo na yung screen, ano? Number 3. Ano yun sa number 3? Hindi mo makita yung, yan. Ano yun sa number 3? A committee of 3 is to be chosen at random from a group of 6 students consisting 3 boys and 3 girls. Oh, what is the probability daw that it will consist 2 boys and 1 girl? O, kayo magsagot niyan. Yung dalawang nakakatama. Sige, pakita nyo, sabihin nyo po sa akin ano yung susulat ko. Para ma-inform din natin yung iba. Sino ba yung dalawa na yan? Yung sinakikita dito eh. So ano po muna yung nasa numerator natin?
3.
Permutation of getting 2 boys and 1 girl. Wait lang, punin natin to. Oh, yan. Ano po yung sa numerator natin? Sa boys muna. Combination of
2.
Combination of 2 ba? Ilan ba yung boys?
Combination of 3 o ano?
Taken?
Ito po. Taken by 2.
2. Times taken 2 ha, hindi taken by 2. Next. How about for the girls? That is combination of what? How many girls do we have? 3 taken
Taken 1.
1.
1, correct. So sa denominator, all the possible outcomes. That is combination of ilan ba yung kukunin mo?
6.
Diba? 6 taken
6.
3.
Taken 3.
Baka mamaya mali ako dito ng gawa, no? Saan ba yung solution ko? Nahanap ko yung solution ko. So what is combination of 3 taken 2?
3.
3. Combination of 3 taken 1?
3 po.
3. Divided by combination of 6 taken 3?
20 po.
20. So that is 9. Akala ko mali ako eh. 9 over 20. So ganun lang. Huwag kayong malilito sa dapat nyong gawin. Okay po ba? So again, sa numerator, dun po yung favorable. Ano ba yung condition natin? We have 2 boys and 1 girl. And then sa denominator natin is all the possible outcomes. So you have 6 persons, 6 students, and you have to form a committee of 3. Kaya 6 taken 3 at a time. Combination of 6 taken 3. Do you have questions here in number 3? None po. So let us clear the drawings and proceed to question number 4. Wait lang. Yan. Question number 4. There are x plus 5 red balls, x blue balls, and x plus 10 white balls in a box. One ball is selected at random from the box. If the probability that the selected ball is blue is equal to 1 over 6, what is the value of x? So, sino pwedeng sumagot dun sa 7 nakatama? I want you to answer this. Ano ba? Ayaw nyo na yatang sumagot. Ano po? How do we get the value of x? No, unti-unti na kayong maalis ha. Unti-unti na ba nauubos ang data nyo? Sa ano muna? Diba blue, probability of getting blue is equal to 1 over 6. So, kunin muna natin yung probability of getting blue. That is equal to 1 over 6. Ano po yun? Yung blue natin ay x. Alam nyo naman siya pag kinocompute natin, pero pag kayo nasa sarili nyo, nahihirapan na kayo. And yung sa denominator natin is the sum of them.
1, 6.
So, that's x plus 5 plus x plus x plus 10. So, yung sum ng mga balls, and they are in expressions. Yan. So, what to do
3x
next?
plus 15.
We have 3x plus 15, correct?
15.
So, this will be, wait lang. This will be x over 3x plus 15 equals 1 over 6. What to do next? We multiply both sides by the denominators. 3x plus 15 times 6. Huwag kayong malilito ha. Makailang ulit na rin to. And then cancel out yung 6. We have 6 times x is 6x equals 3x plus 15. Subtract both sides by 3x. So we'll have 3x equals, correct. So x now is equal to
5.
Okay, so the answer here is this. Ano yung value ng x? 5. Okay. Any question? And then we will have number 5.
None.
None. So I'll clear all the drawings. We'll have number 5. So sa number 5, kung ang value daw ng x is 11, ano daw yung probability na ang makuha natin ay white ball? So for you to get the white ball, or the probability of getting white ball is Of course, we have to first get the values, or the number of balls muna. Dun tayo sa red. Ilan ba yung red? That's x plus 5. Yung blue is x. At yung white ay x plus 10. So if x is equal to 11, ano po yung mga values nila? 11 plus 5. This is 11. Ito, 11 plus 10. So this is 16. This is 21. And all in all, we have 40.
48.
Ayan. Yung mga nagbubuhos ng tabo dyan. So mga nagbubuhos ng tabo dyan. Ay, ng tubig. Kasi sa tabo. We have 48. So again, we are looking for the white balls. That's 21. 21 over 48. So may lowest term ba ang 21 over 48? Yes, meron. Ano po yung lowest term yan? Lowest term of that is 7 over 60. So yun po yung answer dito. 7 over 60. So may question pa po ba regarding this? Question pa po ba or wala na po?
Wala na po.
Okay. So I think that ends our lesson. So I hope in answering your quiz, you'll be able to solve the problems correctly and use the concept that you've learned today. So that would be all for our lesson for this afternoon. Let us say goodbye first to our observer, Mrs. Tandok. Thank you po for joining us today.
Thank you po.
Goodbye po. Thank you po.
Bye po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye po. Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Wednesday.
Congratulations for participating. Congrats, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Thank you po. Apo. Thank you, ma'am. Yan. Congratulations daw for your effort and congratulations for successfully answering 2 out of 5. Okay lang yun. Ang importante, totoo tayo.
0 over 5.
0 over 5 ka ba? Okay lang yun. So, tingnan muna natin, no? Ulitin ko, i-share natin yung screen kung sino ba yung nag-top 1 doon sa ano na to, i-end natin, no? Mag-end kasi natin siya, makikita natin. Sakdalan, Agila, and Gagi. Congratulations! Okay, pasa na lang po yung load sa number ko mamaya. Ako pala yung papasahan nyo. Congratulations, Luna. And hindi ko na kayo guguluhin after this. Pwede na kayong magklase sa ESP. And mag-meet tayo next week para ituloy yung 14 at 15. Okay, so bago yon, I want you to first, oo naman, lagi naman kayo may bonus kahit wala naman kayong ginagawa, may bonus kayo, Diyos me. Diba? So I want you to first open